Well, howdy again. I know you couldn't resist me. I just wanted to clarify for my wife specifically that if you're trying to bridge communication with me, I think the easiest way that'll like help you understand me more is like maybe how would you say what you want to say to a kid, because I'm realizing more and more that I really am just a child and I need to take care of myself that way. I'm also a very responsible adult, so I don't mean in the sense that I'm just dependent on people in selfish ways. I mean that I recognize that I have some unresolved issues that come up from having to be an adult by the time I was 7. And so I've been an adult taking on adult responsibility since I was a kid. And so when that happens to your mind and to your emotions, it kind of stunts your emotional development. So technically, I'm still at that age in my mind. I really am just like 7 years old. And when I saw dreams about your two energies and your two souls, for you, my twin, I saw that too, that they were very young spirits. And so we're the same age, you know? So I'm going to work on, talking to you in the same delicate and gentle manner that I would explain something to a kid, because I think kids kind of open up our compassionate side, and that's our unconditional love, is that we're trying to help them understand and we're trying to understand them. And I think that's that's the best way to raise children anyways. And what we're doing is we're raising ourselves before we get together and have our own children to pass along this knowledge to. And they're going to be really set up for, just great emotional health, because they'll have a great foundation that we've built for them. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for these nuts too. So the hard part about having candida is that my body wants to go into natural fasting mode. And so I'm already pretty tired, but then when you don't eat food, you get even more tired. And I'm not even just tired, it's really chronic fatigue, okay? So just understand where I'm at with that. At your own pace, not demanding anything. But I'm a little fancy, so flying first class into my butt, which is my heart, okay? Don't get any ideas with that, but it's true. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say as part of this other, card poem that we're going to do. It's fine ass morning. The camera's right there, but I'm looking at me, so I'm like looking over here. I'm just a freaking nerd like that. This one wants to come out, and this one kind of came out of the bottom. Oh, that's weird. Look, this was upside down. Judgment. I don't even need to read this one. I know what it means, It's upside down, and that's cool, because hey, that's what we're learning. Flip it on its tits, Smoke it up its butt. That's just easy for me. Okay. And that's just insane, dude. These are really like connected because of the roses. So, oh, swords, yeah. It's an upside down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't read Roman numeral, okay? Don't ask that of me. Journey by water, passage healing, leaving troubles behind. The reverse is postponement, stalemate, obstacles, and yeah, I agree with that. I think we are at a stalemate, and that's how you play chess. So we played it very well. That's all I'm saying. And I can't, I don't look at these in a judgmental way like I used to. That's just so funny that really wanted to come out of my soul saying that, and it reflects what this card's saying, and they came out together. So stalemate isn't a bad thing. I think we're just kind of self-reflecting right now and just getting ready to be together physically. So I already feel you, spiritually, and I already consider us united in that way. And yeah, like I said, I don't need anyone else. So I hope that you're not worried about that. But if you are, I'll just kick your butt. Just problem solved. Violence. That's always the answer for me. But not really. And actually, I should be more sensitive with that because I think you personally have been through a lot of violence. And I think it's because it's like if you look like you're tougher than everyone and then people like treat you like that. Like they'll hit you more. Like even just being playful, they'll hit you more and stuff like that. And I mean, my play fighting isn't like actually hitting. That's why it's like really funny to me. But if you've been there, like, consciously in the dreams that I've shared with you, then you kind of know that, that it's not, not deliberately trying to hurt you. So, yeah, but I know you're really sensitive to that, and I think that's why I might be intimidating to you as well, is because you've been hurt by women physically, and that's not okay, and, you need to know that that's not true love, and, oh, this one wants to come out. Okay, that's right side up, so look into that. I feel like that has something to do with what I just said, so this one, okay, these two, and, see, I don't know, I don't know these ones, because I just barely got them, but, so, I was gonna say something about something. To me, this is already looking like the goddess that hugged, the goddess that hugged me, and my ego, crossing over or just connecting with my spiritual self and my inner peace. Because I think that's what God really is. The God inside of us is just inner peace, love, and joy. Really liking that word nowadays. Yeah, I didn't know that I was, like, yellow until, like, the color yellow until my twin kind of showed me that. So that's kind of cool. I like being yellow. It reminds me of joy and sunflowers and the sun. And I say the sun because, like, I don't want you to worry about me being left in the dust if, I understand that your message today to me was that you wouldn't do that and you wouldn't leave me behind. So, I cried about that because that's, a painful subject for me to, like, open up and, like, a wound to talk about. And, so it just, like, it really healed me to hear that and feel that, through song from you, and I just really appreciate that. So thank you. But yeah, what do you say? Oh, that's seriously, I did not even notice that until now. So I was asking myself if this was your hat the other day, because, like, that's where I get confused, is, like, I just, like, want to know for certain. I don't want to, like, assume anything just because, like, it was around, the other, like, scavenger hunt things that you did. And so, but I had a dream last night that you told me that it was, and so I'm just going to go with that, and, I mean, mostly, like, this part, I feel like that was kind of your message, but then this part with the star, I also connected with, too, because I know that's how you communicate with me, is through stars, and, now that I can kind of break it down more, it's more of just an echo of information. Like, I used to look at it like, just another, I'm not trying to be offensive when I say this, I just, like, before, in my mentality, I thought that it was just another person, like, attacking me, so that's how I responded, but I know that deep down, that's not the truth between us, and, whether that was verbalized from you or not, I learned that through my own dreams and personal experiences. So you know, verbalizing it just confirms that even more for me, that I don't need to worry. So I can see why you would be more open if I do that, you know, because if I'm being vulnerable, that gives space for you to be vulnerable. And if I'm being myself and if I'm being weird, that gives you space to be yourself too. And I mean, I guess you know, you did tell me that you're weird, which I also find endearing because I find myself to be a goddamn freak, and I love myself. So, what does that tell you? You know? Oh, I forgot my pills. Well, we'll do it later. Oh, that's the thing I was gonna say is that a 72-hour fast resets the immune system. So naturally, my body tried to do that when it started to heal itself. The problem is I'm taking an antifungal for the candida, and I have to eat something, otherwise it makes me nauseous. So, yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, it's just my health process. I don't know why, but I felt like I was supposed to share that with you for some reason. And this one just wanted to come out. Sneaky. Look at him. Sneaking around. Alright, well, those two, I think, have something to do with each other. So I'm going to pull out this thing. And I don't care if you don't like how noobish I am, because this isn't really for... This is for other people if they want to watch it. It's timeless. So when you're watching it, you know, maybe it resonates with you. Maybe it's just something that, you know, you want to look at and kind of, you know, investigate and pry into. But don't, okay? So, oh, that's, so some of them just don't say. All right. It's probably, I can't read Roman numeral. That's why I don't know. Oh. Wait. Okay, so this is an obvious 2 to me, because I can read those really simple. And it was right side up, and that's me, the High Priestess. Wisdom, common sense, knowledge, enlightenment, intuition, comprehension. So, my wisdom comes from my heart, and, you know that now. Jeez. Thank you for that song. Yeah, it really made me cry to hear that someone, like, I know you were saying, like, you're a knight in shining armor, and I do see you that way, not in an expectation kind of way, but just that I've seen how beautiful your soul is through our dreams together, and how, you know, big and bright it is, and that just tells me everything, you know, it tells me that you've served people and that you care about people, and so I've already seen you in that way of, like, that to me is, you know, the most, like, heroic you can be to people is just loving, you know, and, so you already were that, and I felt like, you know, when I heard that song that you sent to me, it was, talking about me too, and it really, made me cry to know that someone, like, could see that in me, and feels that way about me too, you know, so yeah, pretty cool. Oh, the song, dude. I really want to read that one. It says enlightenment, vitality, contentment, success, vivacity, lucidity. Wow, and it was right side up. You know? Where are you? So there's that. So 19 looks like that. Okay. May as well just get rid of that. Oh God, dude, I don't, you know. I think I'm just gonna have to figure these out and then do another one, because I don't know what numbers these are, and I'm using my phone to record. Okay, so do you see the fucking dilemma here? Like, come on. let's see. Um, so, oh, this is the other card I pulled. It's pretty obvious what it means, okay? So, you win. You're the ace. The ace of my heart. Even though it was the diamond, or whatever that one is. The pointy one. Yeah, I think when we second guess ourselves, that's when it's, just exhausting and frustrating. Because, like, I second guessed that rose that you left for me, and you know, and even though like it was okay, because what it showed was the truth, is that even though maybe you saw me as being like that bold, clean cut rose, I was, you know, feeling inside more like a dried, wilted rose, and I enjoy, you know, my wildness, which are the thorns, and so, you know, we kind of both connected on that. And my first response was like, whoa, like there's, you know, like there's no way that like this can be real from you know, my dreams. And I think it's more that I'm just blown away with it than I don't want to believe it, because it's just a lot to accept. And you know that. You know how badass your love is. That's why it hasn't worked with other people as hard as you've tried, because you and I weren't meant to be with those people. We you know, we were always connected spiritually, and we've just been kind of working our way to, you know, enjoy the fruits of our labors. So the fruits of my labor is, I mean, just knowing how strong I am and that I can do anything. And, you know, you and I helped each other learn that about ourselves, in very unique ways. So I'm gonna, just ones I don't understand with that, I'll just have to study up on that more and do those later. So, yeah, the other thing that, like, I want to know is, I don't know why, but, like, sometimes when I think about your astrology sign, I want to say it's, like, Sagittarius, but I'm not sure, and I'm trying to figure out, like, when your birthday is. And I also want to say that you identify with Libra, though, at the same time. So, but since I'm not, like, 110% sure, you know, I don't want to, like, assume anything. And so I've also told you this, like, that's why I won't, maybe, like, fantasize about you, because I don't want to create something that isn't true to you. I don't want to have expectations of, like, who you are to me, because I've done that in other, like, partners, and that's kind of what messed it up, was that I saw these people differently than they actually were, and, you know, vice versa. I think we all kind of do that. So I don't really know how that went for you. I mean, I can kind of feel it. You know, I think we both had an idea of, like, what we wanted, and we're slowly learning, like, hey, you know, like, we don't even know who we are, so, like, how are we gonna, you know, tell other people to be, you know, it's just, like, impossible, because we don't know. And this is the other card I pulled. It's my nut. Pulled out of my balls. So that one did come flying out. That was actually real. As not real as I try to be, it's pretty real sometimes. That one came out. See, what's interesting to me is, oh, cool, that one needs to come out. There's actually pretty new cards every time I do it, which surprises me, honestly. So, this is something that came to me personally last night. It was after I did my sessions, online with y'all's, and it spoke to me very directly because it's hard for me to ask for help from other people because I want to be strong for them. And I'm realizing it's okay to have weakness, and it's just, you know, tearing your muscle down and rebuilding it. It's okay to start over, and it's okay to, you know, be weak, and it's okay to be strong when you're strong. Like, I'm not going to judge you for, you know, maybe the things that we've said to each other, because I know that your brain, like, through everything that you've gone through with your accident, I think you're really trying to physically still heal that. So, you know, what you're saying isn't always going to be, I think, what you mean, and I think that you get angry and sad like I do when you think that, you know, maybe all this effort was for nothing and that we're not going to be together. You know, you have those doubts like I do sometimes. And, you know, I don't anymore, just because it's really simple now for me. Like, I've just had enough manifestation of the truth that I know that this is meant to be, and it just aligns with that first dream I ever had of you, where, you know, you had these castles and I was putting all of my green plant energy on them, and it was a part of me. It was across, you know, my arm and like my stomach and like my leg, and then you're just kind of like holding me like this, and kind of like in that card where they're, you know, holding hands, it really reflects that. And I do feel strongly that you're connected to the fairy realms, because that's when I first saw a glimpse of kind of what you looked like in person at the park. I could see that in you. I could see, and I have a friend that you really remind me of from 3rd grade, and he's a feminine soul. He's technically gay, and yeah, it just kind of really reminded me of him, and you know, so that was cute. And he's a fairy too. I mean, you know, you could see it just by looking at him. So this is upside down. It says 3 of spring. I like how purple she is. The color purple has been coming to me a lot in my dreams. And I think that's, you know, for as far as like stones go, I know amethyst and purple is more of the 3rd eye chakra. So that makes sense, because I'm dreaming about unity with you, and that's probably one of the bigger things that help me realize, because I'm understanding that my dreams are more real than anything else. It's more truth than any truth that I've found on the 3D plane, right? And that's what helped me realize, oh yeah, you know, like, this is happening, and I just don't have those doubts anymore. And so you know, I'll understand if you do, and you know, if you want to go slow, and just know, like, I'm still here. I'm gonna do my thing though, because I do, you know, I want to do my thing, and you know, I'd love to have you with me doing that. I do think that we need to heal though, so whether we're doing that together or apart, that's okay with me. So it doesn't matter. I don't have any expectations anymore. It says, plan your steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction with a job well done. So the fact that it's upside down, I think, just speaks volumes about what I was trying to say about patience that I'm learning for myself. And I think just seeing that experience for myself, you know, you can translate that into your own life. Like, you know, when is spirit trying to tell me to slow down? And then release. And that's pretty. Her 3rd eye is real goddamn open. She looks kind of creepy. Yeah, she's a creep for sure. Let go of the past. An ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. So yeah, you know, I'm feeling that way too. I'm letting go of the past. I'm kind of just sitting here, you know, being the high priestess. And oh look, peacocks. Wow, that's cool. That resonates with us a lot. That's pretty. Oh, I can't wait to see Catherine's. Yeah, well, we'll let him go, bud. All right. This is like a fishing hat. It would be yours. It would. Oh, the sun. So here's that one again. And here's this one, right side up. So yeah, we just read those on the other card reading, but it says, plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. I think that the fact that these came up again, it's just confirming that even stronger for us. So, we can really trust that. The desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. And these say the same thing. And, her third eye is open, she's going. Obviously I'm not saying I'm going to abandon you, because I know that you and I both have trust issues with that specifically. So that's, a very deep wound that we're healing within each other. And not that we would need each other to do it, but it's been kind of nice, just to understand that and connect with each other in that way. And this one wanted to come out. Cute. So I kind of already knew this about you, and I know that, your intentions are just to kind of, set up the kind of life that you want with your family. And so I just want to take the burden off you of feeling like that's going to, like you're going to be the sole financial party, because I just know that in my future, money also just doesn't bother me anymore. But what I'm trying to say is that I just know that that's not going to be an issue for me. So, you can take that load off of your chest and just say, hey, maybe I'm not where I thought, she wanted me to be, or I thought I wanted myself to be. But right now I need to rest anyways. And hey, if she's going to make up the difference in the future, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe the extra stuff doesn't matter right now, because your health is more important to me than anything financially that you could make. And that's what I'm learning, is that my wealth isn't money. My wealth is my health. And I definitely learned that the hard way. So this one says, take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. And that's cute, because I was thinking of this one on my drive home today, where I was thinking of the honoring family traditions and thinking, maybe that's why your mentality is more of like, oh, I need to manage, the finances and stuff like that, because that is more of like the traditional role that you're trying to play with that. And, I think you've done a great job with that. I just think that the investment that we both need to make right now isn't necessarily in money, it's in our health. And that's the financial security to me, is our health. And I mean that in a physical way, an emotional way, and a mental way, and a spiritual way. And since I'm feeling like, you are opening up and trusting me more, I'm just gonna, be a little more myself, and just kind of, do the spiritual stuff that I like to do, because I know that you're open to that now. This is beautiful. I love this card, and this is us. And it says, falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness, and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. So, I just said that. I didn't really notice this, what these say. I just kind of throw them out and then I read them. And I don't have all these memorized, so that's just really beautiful how in sync that was with what I was saying. And then I picked up that card that confirmed it. So, when I'm talking, it isn't out of my brain. You can see how it's an intuitive communication instead of a logical intellectual communication. Because for me, I've realized that the most intelligent that a person can be is really just a matter of how loving and compassionate they are. And that's what makes leaders, from my opinion. And this is the other card I drew out of my ass. So, what else do you want me to say? Okay. But yeah, so I'm feeling really good about the future, and like I said, I just appreciate that, even if we have our arguments and like difference of opinions, it's easily forgivable because we've gotten so far, and like it's just getting better. Like every day it's just improving and growing, and we're learning so much about ourselves and each other that it just makes it worth it, and like I said, I would do this all over, like a million times over, because of what I've learned and like how it's made me feel about myself. And yeah, I just, I really, I've decided to embody the sun. I'll get back to that because I feel like, yeah, I'm a sunflower, but that's also directly connected to the sun, and the sun is huge and powerful, and the sun isn't worried about getting left in the dust, so, I'm just kind of learning more and more, whether I'm with someone or not, that spirit, the universe, which I just call love, is, it's going to take care of me, and there's going to be karmic justice, which is unconditional love. I feel like I have to like remind that for people, because it's not a judgmental thing. The universe is not trying to judge you. It's just trying to open up your heart to love, and just more and more love. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. And yeah, all right. So thank you.